Hey guys, and welcome back to another travel video. We are headed to Dublin right now for the one and only Sanjith Hegde's concert, and we are so excited. It's always been a dream of mine to see him perform live because his songs are just so beautiful and heartwarming. I'm sure everybody out there loves his music. So the moment we found out that he was in Dublin, we had to go for it. Once we reached Dublin, we had a few errands to finish before heading out to the concert at 6:30 p.m. that day. The venue was also about an hour away from our hotel, so we had very little time to get everything sorted, but we finally did. And we're also going to the concert with one of our friend Anaga. She lives in Dublin and is currently doing her masters, and she's a huge fan of Sanjit as well. It was lovely meeting her. Aditya and I finally checked into our hotel and got ready as quickly as we could. Even though the journey was super tiring, the excitement kept us going. When we reached the venue, we saw so many Kannadigas around. The whole vibe just felt like home, and it truly turned out to be such a beautiful night. Sanjith Hegde was amazing on stage, and honestly, it was so worth it.
ವಿಚಾರಿಸು ನನ್ನ ಮೈ ಮರೆತು ತುಂಬ ಕೊರಗಿ ಆಗಿರುವೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕೋಪವ ನಿವಾರಿಸು ನೀ ನನಗೆ ದೊರೆತಂತ ಸಿಹಿಯಾದ ಮತ್ತು ನಿನಗಾಗೋ ಕನಸೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗಷ್ಟೇ ಗೊತ್ತು.
It's checkout time. We were in Dublin just for a night, and the very next morning, with slightly puffy faces, we checked out and started our journey to Cork. It's about a 2.5 hour journey from Dublin, and we were going to be in Cork for the next 2 nights and 3 days. So the day one was pretty simple: travel from Dublin to Cork, check in, spend the night or the evening walking around the town. Honestly, after the concert the other night, we were quite tired and just wanted to crash as soon as we reached, but we pushed ourselves to step out and explore as much as we could. Luckily, the weather was absolutely on our side all 3 days. You could see people bringing out their summer outfits, and the whole city just had a very lively vibe, even if our energy levels were a little low. Cork actually reminded me a lot of Dublin, especially with the river running through the city and all the bridges connecting it. Maybe that's just me, but I really saw the resemblance. But one thing I found really fascinating was the number of homegrown brands. So many local businesses offering amazing high quality products that is not available anywhere else. Also visited the English market, which oddly enough reminded me of Jayanagar 4th block complex in terms of the layout. If you know, you know. But apart from that, it also had fresh produces, cute cafes, bakeries. It's just a really nice place to wander around. We also came across this fully vegan cafe called My Goodness there, and they had huge varieties of vegan products like vegan kimchi, vegan pickles, and vegan ramen, and a lot of fusion toasties. And it was refreshing to find a fully vegan cafe amidst all of the other restaurants that we came across there. And to wrap up the day, we went to a Nepali Indian restaurant for dinner before calling it a night. We started our day with breakfast at My Goodness Cafe and then headed to St. Finbarr's Cathedral. It was a beautiful day, an absolutely beautiful cathedral surrounded by lush greenery and such a peaceful place to walk around. The cafe itself was amazing and the food was too good. Since it was a fully vegan cafe, we really enjoyed having so many options to choose from, something that's actually quite rare when you're living abroad. The cathedral was just a 5 to 10 minute walk from there, so it made for a very pleasant little stroll. Right after that, we came across Elizabeth Fort, which has free entry and even a small museum inside. We also got a really nice view of the city up from there. It turned out to be quite a warm day, so we took our time, enjoyed the sun, and even ended up playing with some dogs there. I think they kind of belonged to the fort because they were super friendly and full of energy. We then made our way towards the city center and came across a public library, and I spent some time inside the library while Aditya roamed around the city center and took a bunch of pictures and videos that he loves to. We then decided to head back to the English market because the previous day we had gone a bit late and most of the stores were closed. This time we got to properly explore it and check out many more homegrown stalls. That pretty much covered the first half of our day. For the second half, we had planned a trip to Cobh and back. It's about a 30 minutes train ride from Cork and it's really a popular spot to visit. The journey itself was so scenic with water views and lush greenery all along the way. Cobh is a small seaside town and it felt so refreshing to be there. It has a completely different vibe compared to Cork. I can only imagine how beautiful it must be during peak summer as it has such a relaxed beach town vibe. It's also known as the Titanic's final port of call back in 1912 and is famous for its steep streets, colourful houses and the stunning St. Colman's Cathedral. We spent plenty of time there, clicking a lot of photos and videos, and we were also there during the sunset, so it had a very beautiful scene. We enjoyed thoroughly and we headed back to Cork, grabbed a quick bite and called it a night. morning, we checked out, had breakfast at a local Indian restaurant, and then took our train back to Belfast. And that brings us to the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.